Honorable Vice Chancellor and my esteemed teacher on par excellence, Professor Shanappa Halse Sir, distinguished Registrar Professor Basaraj Banekar ji, dynamic librarians and organizing secretary Dr. Neelamma and Dr. Nagaraj, technical coordinators Mr. Kumar and Mr. Ramesh, and all the teaching and non-teaching fraternity, the students and research scholars of this esteemed Davangere University, the delegates and my dear friends. Today I feel very proud to be a part of this national webinar being organized by the Central Library of Davangere University, and the theme of the webinar chosen for this webinar is on role of digital library in academic libraries is very apt and relevant in this current arena of knowledge society. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have been entrusted with the responsibility to deliver a talk on electronic resources and research matrix for academic and research community. My outline of presentation would be on to touch upon how the libraries are transforming over a period of time, and I'll be trying to concentrate upon the digital library, in what way the digital library is supporting to the academic and research community in their learning, teaching and research activities, especially under this COVID-19, how the library can be made best use of by the students, research scholars and faculty will be dealt in depth, covering various types of free and electronic resources available on the internet world. And I will also touch upon highlighting the research matrix which the teaching faculty will normally looking for, and finally to conclude with the role of a librarian in this academic and research world, wherein the librarian is a single man army in the entire university, but in Davangere University we have a two army to manage the entire show of Davangere University. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in this fascinating time of a change and a promise, and nothing is a constant in this world. It is a changing day by day. Library is one of the important entity wherein we are experiencing a change from a traditional to the modern world. Today, in this COVID-19 or a coronavirus or a China virus is one such pandemic that is really creating a very horror and a terrific among the entire community in this world. ये जिंदगी हसीन है, इससे प्यार करो, अभी है रात तो सुबह का इंतजार करो, वो पल भी आएगा जिसकी ख्वाहिश है सब हम लोगों को, भगवान पर रखो भरोसा, वक्त पर एतबार करो. Let us pray the Almighty Lord Sharana Basaveshwara, Sri Ram, Rahim and Jesus to get rid of this coronavirus from this world. And let us be fit and healthy so that we can render better services in the library, we can render the learning, teaching and research activities in the university environment. Today, the library has been considered as a temple of learning. Library is the heart of a university campus. Library is a knowledge bhandara wherein you will get each and every bit of information which is required by the students or a research scholar for the teaching faculty in support of their academic and research endeavor. Without a library, there cannot be any development, because this is a knowledge hub that we all depend upon, not only the academic community or a research community, but the society in general look for a library as a knowledge hub. Today we are witnessing a technological revolutions in the entire globe. Information technology has been the greatest innovation of mankind. Knowingly or unknowingly, intentionally or unintentionally, we all have been making use of information technology in every aspect of our life. Whether it is a higher educational institution, whether it is a industry, whether it is a commerce or any sector, you name it, this information technology is playing a significant role in every aspect of our activities that we do render, and library is not an exception to it. So for a library, the information technology has become an integral part to render effective and efficient services in the library. And we are not adopting this information technology as a fashion, but we are adopting this information technology in the library in order to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of services that we render to our students community. So that is the funda of information technology being adopted in each and every aspect of a library. If we see the today's scenario of librarianship, you can see that the library is full of variety of information resources, but without users. It may be wrong if I say without users, but less users, with certain exceptions. But this is the greatest challenge that librarians are facing, especially in the colleges or a state university environment, wherein the students coming to the library have drastically reduced. For this, we the librarians needs to think. We need to have a brainstorming as to why the students are not coming to the library. And it is not only the responsibility of a librarians, at the same time the teaching faculty is also equally responsible for seeing that today there is a decline in reading, there is a decline in users visiting to the library. For that, what we need to do, how we need to improve is another part which we will deal in later. Today, especially after the technological revolutions, the concept of a traditional library has changed. You can see the image here, that looking at this sort of a picture which says that there is a drastic and a tremendous change of outlook of the library. Okay, so this is a beautiful library which you can see, and can you see this another image which simplifies and which signifies that it looks like a shopping mall, like a big bazaar or a Asian mall or a Orient mall. No, this is not a mall, but this is a library. Means there has been, the more of an information technology component, more of an technological infrastructure being developed in the library to attract the users, with a happening place of a library like a air conditioning or a proper sitting facility and proper and appropriate collections of a library. All these are trying to attract the users to the library and making them comfort. And we the librarians should ensure that the library should become a happening place where each and every academicians would like to come and make use of it. Okay. So this is another concept, in the library. Because of a transformation, whenever any student or a faculty enters into the library, so the receptionist available in the library needs to take care of them. They need to ask, sir, madam, can I help you? Okay, this is just like a corporate culture that we are going to build in the library. Okay, so that is how we need to change our attitude, we need to change our services, we need to change to suit to the environment and the requirement of our student community, because now, especially today, the students and the teaching faculty do not have much time. So for that, we cannot sit in the four walls of the library and say that the library being underutilized. No, we have to come forward, we have to come beyond the four walls of the library and render the services which are required by our user community by adopting all the technological gadgets and also changing our attitude towards the user. Today, it is needless to mention that information is a basic necessity of life. Information is a fifth need of human beings after air, water, food and shelter. For any research and development, for any progress that we wish to witness in the university or colleges, the strength of information is very much important. Availability of right information plays a very important role in pursuance of the development of a university. And today, the knowledge has been described in two kinds. One is that we know a subject ourselves, or we know where we can find information upon it, as quoted by the famous scientist Samuel Johnson. Here, the librarians come under the second category because we may not be knowing each and every subject of the department, but we know where we can find information that is required by the departments irrespective of their discipline. So that is the competency the librarians are having today to find and help you in providing any information of any topic by just a push of a button by making use of a latest gadget. Today, especially the students, research scholars and the teaching faculty, their main challenge is how to find the right information, how to find the right information at the right time and at the right place. Because there has been a tremendous and enormous growth of information. See, that's why we call it as an information explosion. That is available in the library, that is available in the internet world. But the major challenge is when I require any specific information, so whether I am in a position to get that right information at the right time, at the right place, and at the time when I require, that I should be able to get. So that is a challenge today, and for that we the librarians have to play a very significant role to support to our academics, to support to our research community. The strength of a library today is that we have plenty of electronic resources. In addition to the print collection, today the library is not just a traditional library of just collecting of the print collections like just books or journals, reference sources like dictionaries, encyclopedia, handbooks, thesis and dissertations, technical reports and whatnot. All these print resources are equally available online because of a concept of a digital library. Now, whatever the print resources that we used to have in the library is available in the electronic format. Okay, that is what, see the book, now it is available in the form of electronic book, electronic journals, electronic newspapers, electronic databases, electronic thesis and dissertations, electronic dictionary, and all these continue. See, this is how the strength of a library is available today with a lot of print and electronic resources to support our academic and research community. Okay, so that's all. You can see the different types of electronic resources that we really have strengthened our librarianship today. One question is, do you think that we can do research without a library? No, just impossible. No researcher, no teaching faculty can do research or carry out his learning, teaching or a research activity without a library, because this library is a knowledge hub to support with all the current and nascent information required by you. If you want to publish a research article, if you want to pursue your MPhil or a PhD, if you want to pursue your major research project or a minor research project or any research and developmental activity, this library is a core. This library is a basic requirement that we need to have in any university or a college. That's why it is said that library is the heart of any college or a university. And as we move from the traditional to digital library, see, the more emphasis for a digital library is to provide access to all sorts of human knowledge, to ensure that it provides information at anywhere, at any time and anyone. So the digital library is more of a 24/7 concept. Even if in the midnight, if you want information, that you will be in a position to get that sort of a right information at the right time. So that's a digital library. Okay, you can just have a view at the digital library which is being developed in a Gulbarga University Library. You can see here this digital library comprised of more than 100 computer systems which is built under the network environment. We are using a dedicated leased line of internet connectivity, and there is a separate server room comprising of 3 high-end server which is connected to these 100 computer systems under the network environment. And we have made 3 partitions here. One partition is for a research scholar, the second is for a teaching faculty, and the third is for students to have a privacy of access. What we do in this digital library is we support the students and the teaching faculty with a lot of electronic resources which are available free, and also the electronic resources that are given freely by the University Grants Commission through the InfluibNet Center under the eShodas in the consortium. Besides that, we scan and digitize the relevant materials like question papers and thesis and dissertations, and all these can be made accessible under this digital library. Here we can provide the accessibility to all types of materials, not only within this digital library, but they can access from their department and also from any corner of the world, that is through the remote access technology. Okay, so that is the beauty of a digital library today, which is a very integral part of every academic institute. See, the strength of this digital library is, of course, it contains a lot of electronic information, and not only just electronic information, but the multimedia content is all also available in this. So it is under network accessible and very user friendly, contains all types of multimedia content, and the accessibility and the retrieval efficiency will be very fast enough. The time you have taken to search the information in the traditional library will be a bit complicated, it takes time, but whereas in the digital library you can access and find information by just a push of a button at a very fast speed. So that is the retrieval efficiency that really differentiates between the digital library and the traditional library. And there is also a durability in the sense, so the preservation for posterity and use. Okay, so that sort of a long durability of the data is available in this digital library, as we are making use of a cloud technology for storage, and also secondary storage devices are being utilized for storing the data. Okay. And now, if at all the Davangere University wishes to go for a digital library, I know that it has already gone for a digital library, because every university needs to have a dynamic vice chancellor like Professor Shanappa Halse sir. Because I have been saying the infrastructure at Davangere University is just superb, just excellent. So I have seen the different laboratories of IT in the Davangere University. This shows the passion and vision of a vice chancellor and a registrar and all the faculty in building up a strong IT infrastructure. You see, that is what required, instead of just telling, bade baate vada pav khate, we need to make a practical implementation of all the technological gadgets in the academic institution. Okay, so if at all, I do remember, our librarians, the librarians like Dr. Neelamma, Nagaraj, and also under the able vision of our Honorable Vice Chancellor and the Registrar. So they wanted to build a very fantastic and the state of the art ICT facilities, and see, for that, your passion is more important. For building a digital library, what is required is a very strong ICT infrastructure, maybe a client server architecture, and what sort of a bandwidth is required, whether we need to go for a leaf line connectivity. So all those things are required. I think for this, definitely Mr. Ramesh from the computer science department is going to be of a good help and support to the Davangere University as well. And here the important is the manpower. Say manpower is, technical manpower is also equally important. We cannot say I do not know how to use the computer or the IT. You need to get yourself trained. Okay, for that manpower is equally important, and this digital library needs to have plenty of electronic resources which are of a greater relevance to the academic and research community. Okay, and more important is the maintenance. See, if you create a digital library and then leave it without proper maintenance, then it's a waste. Because people will scold us. They have established a digital library by spending a crore together of amount, and there is no maintenance. So importance has to be given the maintenance, and also the staff involved should be active enough to carry out all these digital library. And I am sure the dynamic librarians like Dr. Neelamma and Nagaraj would be able to do the wonders in this Davangere University. And this is all the architecture of a digital library, wherein the entire architecture is being showed here on the screen, like a library connecting to various departments by using data switches on the router with a better internet connectivity. Okay, so this is how the architecture. Now, if we have a look at how what actually the digital library and how actually it is moving, of course, Dr. Gavi Siddhappa will be telling you more of emerging technologies in the library. And just one or two, something very important digital library technologies that we can see is it's a drone technology. So the book delivery, especially under this COVID corona, if any student who is residing in the rural place of a Davangere district, if I want to deliver any particular book, there is a drone technology which can be utilized for handing over the books online. Not online, it is just like it looks like an I think most of you might have already seen it, like especially it is like a airway, it passes through air. Okay, just like an aeroplane, in that way it carries a book and hand out to the user. See, this is how the developments are happening. And see, this is more of a practical, but of course we do understand the limitations of a library system in India. But this sort of a technology will definitely come to India also. Now we almost all, majority of the people, librarians are also thinking of placing the order by Amazon, Flipkart and other things. See, this is the changing trend, and this is one of the new concept that we have seen it here, is the chatbot technology. And in this chatbot technology is it's a robotic. Even if it is a 24/7 service, when a user enters and they go to the website of a Davangere University, if we have a robotic technology integrated called a chatbot, so if that user will type the information saying that, sir, how do I get information pertaining to coronavirus? So there is a robotic system, inbuilt system. From the website, it will reply, oh gentlemen, you want information about corona? Okay, go to this particular link and click on this type and you will get that information. See, this sort of robotic technology is being developed in this digital world of digital librarianship. Of course, all these things needs to be developed and implemented in a university or a college libraries in India, and hope some of the libraries are already adopting most of the latest technologies that is emerging. And today, each and every student, research scholar, the teaching faculty, the first option, they do go for a Google for finding any information. Okay. So Google fine, yeah. Google is an ultimate search engine which will help to provide us information. But we need to understand that Google can bring you back 1 lakh answers for your any query, but a librarian can bring you back the right one. So that is the funda of our librarians. Okay, today we have plenty of information. Getting the right information is very difficult. For that, a librarian is going to help. See, of course, Google, don't use only a Google. There are a variety of search engines called meta search engines are available. Then there are subject-based search engines are also available that you can use for finding the information. And Google is not only the search engine, it has a lot of features. Even for conducting the online classes, we can make use of a Google Meet, and to support our lot of learning material directly, we can also go to YouTube, and we have a translation facility from one language to another. A lot of things are available in this Google based software. Now we are talking about how we need to help to our students and research scholars and the faculty members in the university, especially in this COVID. So this is possible through the availability of plenty of electronic resources, maybe electronic books for journals and a learning course material in the soft copy, in the electronic format, in the digital format. See, these may be the resources which may be freely available on the internet, or it may be available commercially. Okay, so these we need to provide services from the digital library. But how is it possible here? Now everything is closed. I cannot come to the library. As a librarian, I am not going to the library, and the students are also not coming. But how can I do it? Because now I have a plenty of electronic resources. Fine, but how we can render services under this critical situation? For that, there are this especially under the eShow the Sindhu Consortia, plenty of electronic resources are available, and all the universities in India are given the free electronic access to electronic resources. These resources are of highly qualitative, highly useful to the students and the research community. Okay, and for time being, probably Davangere University is getting a very few resources. But I think the librarian, they need to write once again to the director Infilibnet asking to provide all the electronic resources which are available under eShow the Sindhu to Davangere University. Okay, the reason is, if I show you what actually we get for a Gulbarga University under the same consortia, we have American Chemical Society publications, we have American Institute of Physics, American Physical Society publication, Annual Review, EPW, J. Gate, Oxford University Press, Springer Link, Taylor and Francis, Web of Science, and a lot many electronic books. All these electronic resources available under the eShow in the consortia can also be accessed by Davangere University. For time being, they have been given only a few resources, And if you pursue once again to the directory in FilmNet, they will be able to provide all the electronic resources. You see, these are all the major publishers, and under this consortia, each university is getting more than 15,000 of electronic journals in different subjects, that too free of a cost. And these electronic journals are not from the ordinary publisher. These are all the publishers like Oxford University Press or Cambridge University Press or American Chemical Society. So very qualitative. Why? The University Grants Commission is spending a lot of amount, millions, crores together of amount is being spent by the UGC to help our students and research faculty and all the entire fraternity, because see, we wanted to improve in our quality of a research, we wanted to improve our quality of a learning. For that, see, the main is the information, the research information. That's why, see, the UGC has been providing, you take any information, yeah, you have been provided plenty of current information from the top publishers, so that our quality improves, so that our quality of learning and teaching improves, our quality of research improves, so that we can become a NAAC A grade library. We can figure out the top 100 universities, among that university, we will be one of them. That is possible only when you have the current and nascent research information. That is the reason as to why the UGC has been providing with all sort of major publisher online journals and electronic books. Now the challenge is how many students, how many research scholars and how many teaching faculty are using this knowledge treasure which is free to university is a bigger challenge. यार इतना हमको फ्री दे रहे हैं, but we are not using, we are underutilizing. So this needs to be improved, for which the role of a librarian again plays a very important role to ensure that these resources are being optimally utilized by the students and the faculty for their academic and research. Okay, and now I was, continuation of my earlier slide, I was talking about how we really can do the service today in this COVID-19, because we neither the faculty nor the students are coming to the university or a library now because of this corona. By implementing the remote access technology, the students and the faculty can access all the electronic resources sitting at their own home. They did not come physically, even though they are in abroad, America or any part of the world. By using this remote access technology, so they can access the electronic resources available in Davanagere University. Because as a librarian, we provide them user and a password, which the student or the faculty sitting at their home or any location of the country, they give their username and a password, and then they start accessing all the electronic resources. Okay, so that is the beauty of this remote access technology, which is of a great help to the students and the research scholars in accessing the resources remotely without physically visiting, but virtually they are in the library to access the resources. Like, see, when I was telling about this eShow the Sindhu consortia, we have a plenty of resources like an annual review, one of the top class publisher, and it contains around 41 subject areas. See, but we have to use it, yeah. See, it is given free. If I tell you, if you want any particular article from the top publisher, you have to spend a minimum of 3,000 rupees. Okay, but fortunately we are getting everything free, but our problem is we are not using the extent that is desirable. Okay, so that's a challenge. Annual review, if I tell you, one of the classic publisher providing access to all around 41 different subjects areas are there. You deal with biochemistry, yeah, go ahead. See, the beauty of this annual review, it provides you the information like a trend report. These are all not ordinary articles here. So here you will contain the articles which are reviewed, peer reviewed and returned by the experts in the subject. For example, if you want to know what is the current research happening in the field of physics or a computer science in the year 2019, so the current trend information is available in this annual review. Kindly make use of it. And see, these are all different things available. And JSTOR is another major publisher, especially for a social science. See, around 2000 journals we are getting access. See, we have to use it, especially for a social science community. This is like a magic, you can use it here, all these things. And these are all plenty of subjects are there, the journals are there. Taylor and Francis is another major publisher. Again, it is a free and we have to use it. Okay, so you start using, you will come across, there is nothing, not much very complicated in usage also. Okay, so this is the ISID from the Indian context. You will get a lot of reports. Normally we look for a lot of statistical reports. Everything is available. Okay, Indian statistical indicators and your national policy document, everything is available under this consortia, right? We have a Wheeler publisher, we have a lot of other publications like Cambridge or Oxford University Press. All around nearly 15,000 plus electronic journals are available. In addition to that, we have around millions of electronic books. These are all available free to the university libraries in the country, for which we should be very proud, very happy. Okay, see, because we are getting all this information free of cost there. But even then, why our ranking is coming down? Why we are not able to figure out in the top 100 or 500 universities in the world? See, because the way the output of the research needs to be questioned now. For that, see, I know that now, especially the faculty of Davangere University under the able leadership of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, they are all very, very dynamic, they are all very, very qualitative, and they have the capacity to produce the quality output and quality research and quality teaching. So I am very sure about that. Okay, so all these can be accessed by the teaching and the students community in this COVID. Besides that, there are free resources like Indira Gandhi National Open University, IGNOU. If you go to this Indira Gandhi National Open University, it's free. I request all the students to teach and teaching faculty kindly go through this website and register yourself. You will get all the learning course material for a bachelor degree and a master degree. Okay, it is the notes are just brilliant and excellent, very much qualitative. I was just looking for a financial accounting. I got the notes of financial accounting of 95 pages here. What else is required? You are getting a plenty. There are plenty of resources. And another is like a Patashala. It's a free. What do you get? You get a free learning course material. Okay, this is for a graduation, and this is only Patashala. There is another website called EPG Patashala. There you will get plenty of a learning course material. Learning course material means your lesson plans, your lectures, audio lectures, video lectures that is required for all the departments of the university are uploaded freely. Only thing is you have to use it, that's all. Okay, so a lot of things is there. One important aspect is about the free availability of a National Digital Library of India. I am sure that probably Dr. Neelamma has attended this workshop which was conducted by our university. See, this is under this National Digital Library of India, under the Ministry of Human Resource Development, it provides a free access to more than 3.5 crore of learning course material. Okay, electronic books are there, and that too not electronic journals, not only in one language, even in Kannada language, Hindi language, all the different types of languages, all different subjects are covered in this. Not only just learning course material like documents or notes, but also it provides the videos and the data sets. Yeah, this is a free. and you just promote among the faculty and the students. It is not only available online, but at the same time there is a mobile application. So the teaching faculty or a student, they can go from their mobile, they can go to the Play Store, type National Digital Library of India, that's the NDLI, and download that application in your mobile, get it registered, and start using more than 3.8 crore of documents, okay, which are of a great help to your academics. Start using it. This is one of the beautiful aspect of National Digital Library of India. And now, because of this COVID, Department of Public Library has a moral social responsibility. They are not only helping the academic community with a lot of information, but also the society in general, maybe a housewife or a children's, okay. So for them, they have come up with one application. It is again mobile application, because everyone is using mobile. That is the reason even from the Department of Public Library, they have developed an app called e-Sarvajanika. So again, you from your mobile go to your Play Store and type e-Sarvajanika, download the application. Here you will get plenty of electronic books, online newspaper, for all academics or general, not only the academic, but maybe some novels, comedy books, everything is available. See, all these things, we can make use for our academics. And this is just one example, like the concern to social responsibility, the Karnataka Librarian Association, wherein your Dr. Neelamma, Nagaraj and other librarians are also part of this association. We have brought out an online journal called Journal of Information Management and Educational Technology. So we have brought out a special issue on coronavirus. See, what is this? This is one of the best practice that we can do. See, it's a special issue, online journal on coronavirus, I am sure, and probably Dr. Neelamma has published one article on this particular theme. See, this is all, the things that we can do under Corona, and anybody who is interested to know more about the impact of COVID-19 on the society, beautiful articles are there. That's a freely accessible online journal published by our association, can be accessed by you all. Of course, there are other social responsibility for us. Okay, so we have, this is only one sample, wherein all our academic faculty and all librarians of this Karnataka region, we have made an attempt from the association to provide some homeopathic and Ayurvedic tablets, which will act as an immunity booster to protect from the coronavirus. So these are some social responsibility that has been done. Okay, there are plenty of electronic resources available under Infonet Center, which the teaching faculty and the students can make use of. Like show the Sindhu consortia. Already I said about it. And also, if you want to access any PhD thesis, okay, from different universities in the country, you can go to Shodha Ganga. There's a portal which is free. You can download any PhD thesis you wanted. Okay, there are plenty of resources available on the Infonet. You can access and make use of it. Not only that, only the printed, the electronic notes, but there are plenty of multimedia lecture notes are also available. Sorry, just to say a few, Jnana Nidhi, Vijay Bhava, they were all very recently launched by our Deputy Chief Minister of Government of Karnataka. What this provide? This provide you all your lecture notes, all your videos. What is required for a student and teaching faculty has been available already in this portals. So these we can use this website to help our students. See, even though you are in the coronavirus hit, you can browse and search from your own area, from sitting at your home. See, there are 100 reasons to avoid the work. But there is one good reason to do the work. It all depends upon us, how we can really convert the challenges of COVID-19 to opportunity. Okay, that is our the stuff, that is called attitude. We don't require any more intelligent people. We require the people who are, very passionate, who can really do the work. Okay, so ज्यादा शानतन जान को खतरा इतना भी नहीं चाहिए, हमारा देश के लिए इतना भी ज्यादा शानतन नहीं चाहिए. जो लोग सिंसियर है, कमिटेड है, दैट इज व्हाट रिक्वायर्ड. यू सी, नाउ वी आर गेटिंग plenty of learning course material, video channels. Make use of it. We have a Swayam Prabha, the best channel. You can use it. Everyone can use it. Okay, these are all the free things. Swayam, you can make optimum use to getting the lecture, because now you are telling you have plenty of time. Register for Swayam and get certificate, not only for the teaching faculty but also for the students. Short term course they can take it. It's all your will, how you want to spend your time. You want to spend your time in this COVID only for watching TV, chalo वही चलो TV देखो, but academic को थोड़ा करना पड़ेगा ना. So there are plenty MRT open course where all the department notes, video lectures, audio lectures, everything is available. These are free only. See, I am telling only the free things. Plenty of things are available. This is a John Hopkins University courseware. Plenty is available. Hey, and more simply, very simple way is YouTube. See, even the teaching faculty does not take a class. The student, suppose if he is working on, sociological development, he can go to YouTube and type sociological development. You will come across so many video lectures. Listen to that, understand to that. See, there are alternatives. Only thing is, we need to have that willingness, okay, to utilize. There are plenty of resources to support to your academic. NIPTEL, National Program on Technology and Learning. You can register and start using. Okay, see, there are plenty. Khan Academy, this is a lot of video lectures concerned to different departments are available. Use it for very resources, because when we're talking about a digital library, everything is available online. Okay, and we the librarians are compiling all the list of useful resources to help our user community. But only thing is they have to start using it. There are a lot of free electronic resources are available. So what I do, I will send you the list of free resources which are given free, especially under this COVID-19. Lot of publishers, they are giving free resources. Actually, they are costly. They are all subscribed one, but because of this COVID-19, during up to August, they are giving their resources free of cost. Okay, so this is all again the free resource from only Director of Open Access Journal. We get 14,000 plus journals free. Director of Open Access book, we get more than 27,000 books. Yeah, these are all the free listed resources which you can see. You are getting Science Direct, over 1.2 million articles from the Science Direct, which is especially for the science faculty. They were looking for. Now because of this COVID, they are giving free. And you browse it, you search it. Okay, Taylor and Francis, Project Lead, Cambridge University Press. All these journals are given free, and this is the time you just download it. Maybe in future you may be using it. So you can see it is up to you to make use of it. That's all. वो लोग फ्री दे रहे, आप डाउनलोड करो, रख लो आपका पास, बाद में आपको काम आ जाएगा. Right? See, and now these are all, if I start making it, I will be sending a list of free resources which are available on the internet, that I already shown my slide, and it is already available in the articles of our online journal. I will request Dr. Neelamma to share that free resources list from the journal to all the faculty and the students. And in addition to, if I go and start telling one by one electronic resources, there are lakhs together of electronic resources. I have touched upon the important e-resources which are useful for our academic and research community. And another part specifically concentrating from the perspective of research scholars and the teaching faculty. Normally, everyone wanted to publish their article. Fine, publish karo. But where you want to publish? They want to publish only in Scopus Index Journal. They want to publish journal in Web of Science Index Journal. They want to publish their article in UGC CARE, UGC approved journal list only. But for that, where to publish, how to publish, what should be your content, you need to understand. And normally we talk about an impact factor of the journal. I want to publish in the journal which impact factor is a 5 or a 6. अरे यार इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर 5-6 इतना होता नहीं है. Very few journals are there. There are some fake journals on the online. It will say our impact journal of my journal is 7.8. Arey yaar, kahan 7.8? See, for that there is a source called JCR. From there you will get the real impact factor of the journal. And we wanted to know what is the H index of our university. We wanted to know what is the H index of our my articles. Okay, for that there are technicalities are involved, and we want to talk about the Scopus ID or seed ID. We wanted to subscribe to ResearchGate. There are plenty. Actually, for this sort of an research temper, again I need 1 more hour, which I cannot do it right now. But just for your knowledge, we can have, these are all our challenges, especially for the teaching faculty. And more importantly is, so how to get myself visible. I am a teaching faculty. I wanted to get myself visible to the world. Fine. कैसा होता है यार, कैसा होना? Publishing an article in Scopus, fine. There are other factors are also there, and our challenge is also that, especially for a research community who are doing submitting a PhD thesis, so their problem is how to get my work plagiarized free. There should not be any copy text. How can I do it? Okay, so for that anti-plagiarism software, there are some techniques are there. So all these things, these are all our challenges, but I'm just very briefly touching upon, not much upon because of the time factor. These are all challenges for the teaching faculty. And just for a simple thing, you see, you need to understand about the Scopus, Web of Science, Indian Citation Index, and the Google Scholar. These are all the research metric databases which help the research scholar, teaching faculty, and the university to identify what is the research productivity of my university. So, how many faculty have published the articles in Scopus? Okay, what is the H factor? How many faculty have how many articles of my own faculty are cited by other faculty in the world? See, all these we wanted to look for those. These databases plays a very important role. Just I'll show you one sample later. Okay, we also talk about journal matrix, author matrix, article matrix, and alta matrix. Okay, there are so many are there, and for this 1 more hour is required. Okay, so normally what is important for a teaching faculty is normally I have 100 articles. यार तेरा 100 article है, बहुत अच्छा हो गया. But how many articles of your own have been cited by others? How many citations you have received? Okay, what is your H index? Where you have published? Whether it is showing in the Scopus journal, Scopus database. See, normally what happens, we say that, sir, I have 150 articles, but only 10 articles are there in Scopus. Why? Because the Scopus or a Web of Science, they don't cover all the journals published in India. They have a selected journals, and in that selected journals only, if you publish, your article will be revealed in a Scopus or a Web of Science or a UGC. Okay. So these are all the different types of a citation which we require. I'm just showing one sample of a database from the Web of Science. I wanted to know what is the H index of my Gulbarga University. Here I revealed that based upon the Web of Science citation databases. So 1341 articles are published by our faculty. So the H index is 57, and how many cited, sum of items that has been cited is 20,000 plus. So average citation per article is 15. It's a good. Okay, this is how the trend shows. Like this, even we can do it for Davangere University and other university to reveal the research productivity. Fine, and it is only one sample from the Scopus. I tried from Scopus. This is my output. How many? I have so many, but so many hai, magar tomorrow only 10 articles are there from the Scopus. Because you see, our articles indexing in Scopus is important. You may be 100 plus, but in Scopus only a 10 articles. You have 40 citations under H index 3, right? So this is one which I request Dr. Neelamma and Dr. Nagaraj to develop this research productivity, and I will definitely help you. We have to contact the InfilipNet and creating the research productivity of Davangere University. See, the one beautiful part here, so this is all automatic one. Once if you develop, you will come to know the contribution of each faculty. So how many articles he has published, what is his citation impact, Okay, how many articles have been cited by others, everything you will get. Which article has received more citation, this you can create by department wise. And definitely I will also help, we seek help from the InfluibNet Center, because that software is being developed from the InfluibNet Center. Just showing one sample here. See, our one of the faculty, Dr. Umavati, it will tell you how she is having a 108 articles, how many citations she has received, 1000 plus, and Google Scholar citation, how much. See, these are all technicalities. Automatically it will review. So this is the best part that a university can develop, and for this library plays a very important role. And to conclude here with, see, all the time the librarians, including mine, we are saying, अरे यार हम इतना काम करते हैं मगर हमको librarians, we are on par with teachers, हमको इतना importance नहीं देते हैं. See, important वो let them give or not, forget about that. You do our job. Let as a librarian, as a knowledge manager, let us do our work. Whether they acknowledge or not, it is their headache. Let us be very positive, and we the librarians do not need any certificate to prove its worth, but rather make others to feel the inevitability of a librarians. Means we have to force other to think that अरे यार librarian बहुत शाना है यार, we have to involve him. See, that sort of a feeling automatically the other people should get to. We cannot demand, don't demand. They will feel and realize the inevitability of a librarians, and we will be part of it. So let us do our activities of a library with passion, with a positive attitude. Because we have been paid, let us do the work. Don't expect anything from the others. What they talk, what they do is immaterial for us. So librarians or the knowledge managers to support to the academic and research community, to the entire world with their strong information avalanche available in the treasure of a library. With this I conclude, and I thank the Honorable Vice Chancellor and my teacher Professor Halse Sarji, and all the teaching and non-teaching fraternity students, scholars, for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this national webinar. Thank you very much.